afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Friday. Charlotte Celeste in one more time for Susan, who returns on Monday. Good to see you.
Nice to see you, Mark. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. You're wearing your red, as I can see, as is mine. For what is it, Heart Month?
Heart Month, yes.
All right, here's what's making news at 4. Democrats introduced their own statewide mask mandate legislation. We'll explain why.
President Biden thinks he can pass an economic relief package without the support of any Republicans.
And 2 families in the Sun Prairie School District want the teachers involved in a racially insensitive assignment to be fired. We'll hear from their attorney. But first, let's take a look outside. Boy, there's snow out there, but it's kind of cool. In fact, it's a 3-dog night. Throw another dog on the bed. Hattie McLean is in the backyard patio on National Appreciate Your Weather Person Day.
Yeah, and look where I am. I'm outside. Wind chills are below 0. The cold definitely cuts right through you today. We still have alert days in the forecast, but at least we have the sunshine. Skies are bright blue right now, so still have some sun for about another hour to hour and 15 minutes. Take a look at our current conditions. It's actually 12 here in Madison, so we did warm up some from our morning low. Winds are from the west at 10, so it does feel like it's below 0 right now. And in fact, wind chills all across the region are below 0 this hour. Take a look at some of those numbers. Some spots are pretty close to feeling like it's 10 below already. And these numbers are only going to go down from here. Our wind chill trend over the next several hours takes us slowly down into the double digits below 0 by the time we hit tomorrow morning. So a very cold night ahead. Some of the coldest air so far this winter is headed our way for this weekend. Will it be record-setting cold? I'll have the answer coming up in Maine weather. Let's get you up to date, though, with your traffic conditions at this evening commute. Not as bad as it was yesterday, definitely, although with temperatures like this, salt's going to have a hard time really working to melt any of that snow that's on the road, so be careful. Travel's still looking good on the Beltline right now, a little slow on the on the east side of town. Highway 14 is slow going down towards Edgerton, but otherwise we're not looking at any major accidents in the area at this hour, which is great news. Here's a look at your travel times as you head out of the city, and that's your first warn traffic.
Hattie, thank you. Even though the snow has stopped, that doesn't mean your attention to weather and road conditions should come to a halt.
City crews will be out all day today to help with leftover snow on the roads. Our Jamie Perez joins us now to show us what they're working on to keep you safe. Jamie.
All right, well, when we woke up this morning, many of the roads probably looked familiar to what you're seeing behind me. Really snow-covered, really frosted over, but that's because it was so cold overnight. And city crews were working on plowing the streets around the clock last night, but some of that snow froze to the ground as it got colder. So city crews did use salt, but that salt stops working when it gets below 20 degrees. So their efforts today and throughout the weekend will be making sure that people do not slip and slide while traveling.
Because the high winds could blow some of this snow around. As it kept snowing last night, when it gets colder, the snow got a little lighter. And so with these high winds we're going to see today, it's going to blow a lot of it around. So that could add to some of the travel complications today, but we're going to have crews out to put sand down to help with traction where possible.
Johnson said if it snows again over the next week, that snow will likely linger around for a while, seeing how cold it will be next week. So he emphasized the importance of parking rules tonight. So even though no snow emergency has been declared, the plows still need to get through those spots that they missed yesterday. So if you parked on one side of the road, be sure to park on the other so that the crews can get to those spots efficiently.
All right, Jamie, thank you. Due to the excessive cold, the Beacons family shelter space may fill up. So the Salvation Army on East Washington Avenue will be opening an overflow day warming center. They'll be open for families between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. today through next week Friday. Lunch and dinner will be provided. They have space for 30 people.
To our coronavirus headlines, more than 6,000 Wisconsinites have died from COVID complications since the pandemic first started. 28 new deaths were confirmed today. Health officials confirm more than 1,200 new cases. That's slightly higher than the 7-day rolling average. 2.5% of Wisconsin's population has received both doses of the COVID shot. More than 10% of Dane County's population has received the vaccine. About 3.3% of the county has completed both doses. A new COVID vaccine could be available in the U.S. by the end of this month. Johnson & Johnson has asked the FDA to authorize its shot for emergency use. The news comes as new variants of the virus are spreading in the U.S. that appear to be more contagious. A national coordinated effort to sequence samples of the virus is crucial because identifying a dangerous variant early enough could help stop the spread. While UK scientists recently sequenced more than 12,000 COVID samples in a single week, here in the U.S., we just started doing about 5,000 a week.
Introducing their own mask mandate bill.
Well, this comes after the governor issued a new order yesterday. Brady Mallory joins us with more. Brady?
Democrats say putting a statewide mask order in legislation will help if the governor's current emergency order gets tossed in the state Supreme Court. In a news conference with reporters today, all Democrats joined in on supporting the proposed bill.
We all know you can't beat a pandemic in court no matter what the ruling is. So at the end of the day, if they say the governor overstepped his bounds, fine. We still need to mask up. If they say the governor didn't overstep his bounds, fine. We still need to mask up. But the Republicans are looking for...
Democrats were circulating the bill today, hoping to get it to a committee quickly. Well, this comes after a standoff yesterday between the governor and the legislature, with Republican lawmakers throwing out the existing order only to have it replaced within the hour with the new one.
All right, Brady, thank you. President Biden says he will choose to help the American people over getting bogged down in negotiations with Republicans over a COVID relief economic rescue bill. The president and congressional Democrats are calling for bipartisanship even as they move towards a legislative process that could exclude their GOP colleagues. Natalie Brand is at the White House with more.
In a national address Friday, President Biden made it clear he's prepared to get a COVID economic relief measure passed without a single Republican vote.
I'm going to act. I'm going to act fast. I'd like to be doing it with the support of Republicans, but they're just not willing to go as far as I think we have to go.
The president directed his remarks to Senate Republicans, who offered their own counterproposal at about a third of the price of the president's $1.9 trillion plan.
The only organizing principle in this bill that I can figure out is the desire to spend a massive amount of money.
Many of them have rediscovered fiscal restraint and the concern for the deficits. This approach will come with a cost. More pain for more people, for longer than it has to be.
While President Biden said he's willing to target direct stimulus payments based on income, he says he will not cut the amount he's promised of $1,400.
The vice president votes in the affirmative.
Vice President Kamala Harris cast the tie-breaking vote early Friday morning on a Senate budget resolution to begin the process of passing a COVID relief bill without Republican support. Hours later, the House also passed the amended resolution.
Having reconciliation bill is necessary so that we know that we will guarantee that we'll have results and hopefully give us some leverage with the Republicans.
Ahead of the vote, House Democratic leaders met with the president at the White House. House Speaker Pelosi says she hopes to send a measure to the Senate in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And Democratic leaders hope President Biden can sign final legislation before current unemployment benefits expire in mid-March. This afternoon, the Vice President and Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, held a virtual roundtable with black business leaders to discuss the president's COVID relief plan.
An attorney is now representing 2 families in the Sun Prairie School District after 6th grade students received a disturbing assignment. It was focused on ancient Mesopotamia and King Hammurabi's code and asked students how they would punish a slave who was talking back. Attorney B. Ivory Lamar says he couldn't believe something like this could take place in 2021, and asking young children to take the position of a slave owner was exceptionally appalling.
We got to see how these students have been impacted by this. I mean, you're talking about a 6th grade in their mentality and a young mind. I can tell you that the reports that I'm hearing from the families, that these students were, crying at the time that this happened. They have been depressed. They're having sleepless nights. Their confidence has been injured as a result of this.
Lamar is on the East Coast, but has worked on high-profile Wisconsin civil rights cases, including Jacob Blake's. He will call for all teachers who were involved to be fired as a result of the emotional distress they caused. He says they acted intentionally and kept the assignment up even after parents raised concerns.
About 7,500 healthcare workers will be special guests of the NFL at Sunday's Super Bowl in Tampa.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell calls them America's MVPs.
Oh my goodness, we are so excited.
About 7,500 vaccinated healthcare workers from across the nation will attend Sunday's Super Bowl. That includes Florida nurse and Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan Rebecca Izquierdo. Rebecca and her co-workers sent the NFL a video asking to be among the healthcare heroes at the game.
Then we got the phone number for the NFL headquarters and we started calling them. So we were stalking them pretty much.
Well, it worked. 24 staff members from Sarasota Memorial will be in the stands, and so will Rocky Walker. He's a chaplain at New York's Mount Sinai Heart Hospital, where he has spent many challenging days visiting seriously ill COVID patients and comforting staff.
I've seen I think the worst things that I would ever want to see, in the amount of death, the indiscriminate nature of the death. But there's a flip side of that, and I've seen mankind at its best.
And, of course, you can watch the big game right here on Channel 3 and CBS. Coverage starts at 10:30 Sunday morning. Kickoff is set for 5:30. We'll have full coverage on our website, channel3000.com. And tomorrow night, take a look back at the Green Bay Packers season in a half-hour special, including who might be on the team next year, and a special perspective on the past season from Manitowoc Minute's Charlie Behrens. 6:30 Saturday night right here on News 3 Now.
Still to come at 4, are you working from home?
Chances are you might be putting in more hours than you did at the office. Results of a new study is just ahead.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Don't miss the biggest mattress sale of the year. The Mattress Marathon is at Ashley Home Store's biggest President's Day sale. Get the guaranteed best offer in all of Wisconsin on Tempur-Pedic and Beautyrest mattresses. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Ashley Home Store.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Frank Construction can always help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks at air pathways in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and cutting-edge insulation techniques, you'll be sure that your home will be warm and energy efficient for many years to come. Visit frankconstruction.com today and prepare your home for the long winter.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can take you to deep depressive lows, or give you unusually high energy even when depressed. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain, high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
My body is truly powerful.
I have the power to lower my A1C because my body can still make its own insulin.
And Trulicity activates my body to release it,
lowering my blood sugar from the first dose. Once weekly Trulicity responds when my body needs it 24/7. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin.
It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or more insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include indigestion, fatigue, belly pain, decreased appetite, nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin starts now at Ashley Home Store. Get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. Ashley Home Store.
If you violate the federal transportation face mask requirement, you may have to pay a fine.
The TSA says the first offense is $250, and that can grow to up to $1,500 for repeated violations. These penalties may be in addition to others imposed by operators like U.S. Airlines. Some have banned passengers who do not follow the rules. The FAA also says it'll crack down on anyone who disrupts a flight over wearing a mask. The federal mask requirement took effect earlier this week. It requires face coverings on trains, airplanes, and buses, as well as their hubs.
New research shows that people working from home in several countries are putting in more hours than before the pandemic. Despite getting to sit in your pajamas all day, working from home might not be as relaxing as you might thought it would be. NordVPN, it's a New York-based company that provides VPNs to businesses, found working from home led to a 2.5-hour increase in the average workday for people in the United Kingdom, Austria, Canada, and the United States. It also noticed a 41% increase in business VPN server traffic on Thanksgiving compared with the average weekend. The company says this suggests that people are spending their family time working.
Well, you did both. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a mixed bag, that's for sure.
Well, stocks closed higher, closing out their best week in about 3 months. The Dow Industrials added 92 points, closing at 31,148. The NASDAQ gained 78, and the S&P 500 was up 15. That's its second record close in a row. Well, it's that time of year again. Time to send in your nominations for Madison Magazine's Best of Madison 2021.
The first round of nominations is open from now until February 28th. And to tell us all about the process is Madison Magazine's editor, Andrea Bailing. Hi, Andy. Welcome back to the show.
Good to see you.
So talk about how this nomination process works for those who need a refresher here.
Yeah, yep, and it's at a different time of year because we've kind of delayed everything. But I think businesses and people have been ready to celebrate our local businesses in town. But yeah, so we're in the nomination phase right now in February, and it runs all through this month. And then final voting takes place April 1st through the 30th. So there's two phases, and we're in the first one right now.
And for nominations, you can vote every day.
Every day, yep. One vote every day, and it's incredible. I'm like refreshing the page every time to see how many people have already cast nominations since Monday. We're at over 36,000 nominations.
Oh my gosh!
Wow,
it's incredible. It's over double what we had last year. So yeah, people are casting their nominations and doing it often. So
how many categories do you think you're going to end up with when this is all said and done?
Yeah, that's a good question. We've narrowed the list down. We pared it down a bit from last year just because it was getting really long. But I think it's well over 300 winners at the end of this, and we've added some new categories this year, including best virtual performance, best pandemic pivot, best curbside pickup, best virtual workout. So a lot of new ones too, even though we kind of narrowed it down a bit.
And this is the 40th year for this.
Yeah, 40th annual year for our readers poll, and it's always been a readers poll all 40 years. And we actually it's come and gone, but this year we are reintroducing a couple of editors picks, so that'll be something new in this installment.
And to tell everybody that this is nobody's stuffing the ballots, nobody's changing anything at the very end, right? It's all pure legit.
Oh, definitely. We have the platform we use. It flags ballot stuffing, so we see that. And yeah, nope, it's a good system, and we're making sure of that. So
when all the nominations are in and the final ballot is out, you can only vote once though in each category.
Yes. Yep. That's a good point. Yep. In April, it is just you get one vote for the entire month, so you kind of have to make it count when you go through the ballot that time.
Is there anything that ever surprises you from year to year?
You know, it's funny. It is a mix of really established businesses that you'll see on this list, but I am surprised every year by how many new businesses you see on it. It can feel kind of the same year to year, but they really are different, and it's fun to see. It's just a great way for us to highlight local businesses that are doing a great job and kind of define Madison. And I'm super, super happy to be involved in a project like this that, helps shine some light on some really cool people and businesses in town.
It is very popular. So go to MadisonMagazine.com and you find the ballot there and vote to your heart's content.
Vote for Mark.
Yes. And Charlotte.
And Charlotte. All right. Andy, thank you. Have a good
Thank you,
weekend.
guys.
Stay warm.
You too.
When's the last time you replaced your face mask?
Well, it turns out you should be one and done when it comes to masks. Whoops. We'll have more on this coming up after Hattie's frigid forecast.
For the pets you love, well, you gotta get down. Mouse Pet Food Warehouse, where your toddler goes to help so many pets in town. Mouse Pet Food Warehouse, we raise money for farm animals in need. And our friends living in the zoo. We feed rescue dogs and shelter cats. And police canines too. Mouse Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
It's time to upgrade your downtime. It's time for Stressless. Now at the Century House. Go from one grade of leather to a higher one for free. Or save $300 on Stressless Sunrise recliners. Don't wait. Save hundreds on Stressless comfort. At the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
3 days only, shop the biggest appliance sale of the year at Grand Appliance. Save on early President's Day price drops combined with Grand exclusive rebates worth up to $700 off top appliance brands. Get unbeatable deals like this Frigidaire 4-piece stainless steel package for just $16.88 after rebate, February 4th, 5th, and 6th, exclusively at Grand Appliance. Shop grandappliance.com or a store near you. Grand Appliance and TV, trusted since 1930.
At U.S. Cellular, we're building a powerful 5G network that works without interruption in the places you wouldn't expect. And with every plan at U.S. Cellular, you get access to 5G at no additional charge. So no matter where you are, U.S. Cellular's network always keeps you connected in the places you need it most. At U.S. Cellular, all of our plans include 5G and get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. U.S. Cellular.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Well, take a look at this. This is a late-night surprise nobody wants to see. Stephen Oliver wakes up at 2 a.m. after hearing an odd sound in the bathroom in the UK. He discovers bubbles, foam, and water gushing out of his toilet and spilling into the hallway. He records this incredibly odd situation to prove to his landlord he's not at fault. He claims this amazing sight lasted for several hours. When plumbers finally arrived, they couldn't figure out what happened and are still investigating. What do you think?
I don't know. Oh, my God. That's my worst nightmare. Oh.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, no thank you.
No, I can't even explain what's going on there. All right, Hattie.
The mystery flush.
All the things that could be coming out of the toilet.
Right?
Could
Okay.
be worse.
It could be, that's true.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
She wins.
Take a look at that. This is much nicer, guys. This is a much happier sight. These are flowers that I painted on the patio today. Sun came out, so the flowers popped up. I think given the forecast, they're not going to melt anytime too soon.
Gruber Law Office made it so much easier for me and my family just to say we can breathe again.
If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
And I thank them truly from the bottom of my heart.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this Valentine's Day, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. So this Valentine's Day, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
We asked some of our young fans for their best one call, that's all.
One call, that's all. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Another few inches of snow yesterday. Take a look at the snow depth across southern Wisconsin. If you're a fan of snow sports, you are loving this map. Over a foot of snow on the ground for most of our viewing area. This is fantastic amount of snow. We haven't had snow depths like this for at least a couple of years. And taking a look at the state, we actually have some of the best snow here in southern Wisconsin, the northeastern part of the state. Some areas just a few inches of snow on the ground. A little bit better scenario in northwestern Wisconsin, but still southern Wisconsin is where it's at for snow. Now, unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with cold temperatures, so it's going to be a little tough to be outside. Weather track showing you the back edge of the clouds now working its way through the Madison area. Here on the west side of town, we definitely have clear skies, and you can see that big hole in the clouds across Minnesota and Iowa. That clear sky is going to continue to work its way through the area, leading to a very cold night tonight, especially with that fresh snow on the ground. Record cold? Not quite. Here's a look at some of the records for tomorrow. The record low maximum temperature is 5 below. My forecast high is 8, so we're not close to that record. The nighttime low Sunday morning, minus 21. Thank goodness we're not going to be that cold, but it will be very cold. Our forecast low is 12 below. Now on Sunday, the record low high temperature is -2. Our forecast high is 2, so that may be the closest that we come over the next couple of days to setting a new record. We definitely have alert days in the forecast for an extended stretch due to this cold snap. Morning wind wind chills again as low as 35 below as we head into next week. Wind chills will stay below zero throughout the entire day. And take a look. Here's some impacts from that wind. Now, wind takes the heat away from your body. So for living things, wind chill is a factor, not on things that aren't living. Wind chill can cause frostbite in just a few minutes when you start talking temperatures like we're going to be dealing with this weekend. Takes about 30 minutes for frostbite to set in at -18. That drops to 10 minutes when it feels like -32 outside. And we are definitely going to see those wind chills in the 20s to almost 30 degrees below zero. Keep that in mind. I want to dress in layers. Our temperatures currently, we're still in double digits across southern Wisconsin, but barely. Temperatures are going to start to drop pretty quickly over the next couple of hours. Wind chills again in the single digits below zero right now. Our winds are from the west, still in the 5 to 15 mile an hour range. So that is still likely causing some issues with blowing and drifting snow, especially on roads that run north-south. In rural areas, that is an issue even into tonight. Wind speeds will gradually diminish some, but not much. By tomorrow morning, winds are still around 10 miles an hour. So take a look at your future track wind chill forecast. By tomorrow morning, wind chills around 15 to 20 degrees below zero. Through the day, wind chills stay in the negative territory, and then Sunday morning looks like the coldest morning with wind chills down around 25 below in many locations. Wind chills are not going to improve much as well through the day on Sunday. So take a look at that extended forecast. We have a slew of alert days in the forecast all the way through next Saturday. Daytime highs again only in the single digits. And Mark and Charlotte, it looks like we could have a reinforcing shot at even some colder air by the end of next week.
Oh, that's just fantastic.
Good news all around, right?
Wow. Patty, thank you for that.
Yes, thank you very much, I guess.
Researchers in Britain have launched the world's first study to find out if mixing COVID vaccines works as well as giving the same one twice.
CBS's Ian Lee reports from London.
With more people rolling up their sleeves as more vaccines roll out, scientists in the UK want to know if mixing the shots is a safe option. In a new trial, health experts will examine whether giving different vaccines for the first and second dose could still boost immunity against COVID-19.
It makes it much easier to administer these vaccines if you don't have to worry too much about always giving the second dose the same as the first dose.
Volunteers will get an initial dose of the Pfizer vaccine followed by a booster shot of AstraZeneca's, and vice versa in 4 and 12-week intervals. Scientists suggest combining shots could provide even better protection.
Everyone is already looking ahead to what happens next if we have new strains. And if people's immunity wanes and they need boosting, what about the third dose or maybe even a fourth dose?
More than 800 people over 50 will take part in the trial here in the UK. Researchers aim to have the initial results by this summer. Experts are betting the strategy will work because vaccines were also combined to successfully fight the highly infectious Ebola outbreak.
It's something that is done historically with vaccines for hepatitis, for children's vaccines in obviously polio, measles, mumps, and rubella.
Okay. If successful, doctors hope we could be mixing and matching our way out of the pandemic later this year. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
And current guidelines here in the U.S. and Britain say vaccines are not interchangeable, but can be mixed if the same kind isn't available for the second dose or if it's not known what was given for the first shot.
So listen up. When it comes to face masks, you really should be changing them as often as you would your underwear. It's not something we all probably do. Doctors say we should really follow the one and done rule. Medical paper masks should be tossed after each use, while cloth masks just need to be laundered after daily wear. And if you are still using the same mask you got last March, well, it's probably time to replace it just like you would worn out tennis shoes or a holey shirt.
If the elastic's wearing out, they're going to get looser and then they're not going to be as snug on your face. Until we really get this pandemic under control and with a lot less spread of disease, we're going to be wearing masks for a while.
And don't bank on ditching the masks once you get a COVID-19 vaccine. Health experts say it is still possible to spread COVID after being vaccinated and that masks will continue to protect yourself and others.
Good to know. Well, there's more local news coming up ahead on News 3 Now at 5. How foster care organizations are dealing with pandemic-related challenges.
And why Dane County is seeing an extremely low number of licensed foster homes. That's at 5.
transforming our annual Toto's Gala into Dane County Humane Society's centennial celebration. We're bringing the animals, cocktails, and success stories right into your home. To reserve your place, visit giveshelter.org.
A great night's sleep starts on a new Beauty Rest from Steinhoffels. Right now, you can save up to $800 on Beauty Rest Black adjustable base sets, plus get $200 in Steinhoffels cash. Beauty Rest Queen mattresses start at only $17.99. Beauty Rest Black combines the latest in sleep technology and luxury to give you the best night's sleep possible. And with Steinhoffels' special 60-month financing and free delivery, it's even more affordable. Steinhoffels is your new mattress destination.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can take you to deep depressive lows, or give you unusually high energy even when depressed. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain, high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
We're transforming our annual Toto's Gala into Dane County Humane Society's centennial celebration. We're bringing the animals, cocktails, and success stories right into your home. To reserve your place, visit giveshelter.org.
Tonight at 5, the snow has stopped, but the bitter cold weather has moved in and the ice is here to stay. How the city is making sure the streets are safe to drive on.
Bitter cold Arctic air will sweep into Wisconsin tonight and continue through next week. In fact, the coldest part of the Arctic blast may not arrive until Friday. My frigid forecast at 5.
And then at 6, a mass vaccination site is announced for Iowa County, plus how the pandemic is adding challenges for foster care, but why it's still critical for families to sign up. Here's a live look at downtown Madison. Don't let the sun deceive you. It is cold out there and getting colder. Well, Christopher Plummer, best known as Captain Von Trapp, a serious widower who won the affection of a former nun in the blockbuster musical The Sound of Music, has died.
Plummer passed away today at his home in Connecticut with his wife of 53 years at his side. Danya Backus takes a look back at his 7-decade career.
Fräulein, were you this much trouble at the Abbey?
Christopher Plummer captured moviegoers' hearts as the humorless Austrian widower, Captain Von Trapp, alongside Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music. He eventually captured the heart of Maria, his children's governess, as they escaped the Nazis, a character he later called one-dimensional. While the role catapulted Plummer to stardom, he said he preferred non-leading man parts because they were more meaty. Born in Toronto in 1929, Plummer was raised by his mother and aunts in Quebec following his parents' divorce. He started his career in radio and on stage in Canada before making his Broadway debut in 1954.
I've played all sorts of huge parts in my time. King Lear, Hamlet, Henry, name them.
Other memorable characters included a dandy in Somewhere in Time.
I know who you are. You came to destroy her.
To journalist Mike Wallace in The Insider.
How will I be regarded in the end?
Plummer collected numerous accolades over his 7-decade career, including Tonys, Emmys, and Golden Globe Awards, among others. He became the oldest actor to win an Oscar in 2012 for his portrayal of an elderly man who told his son he was gay in Beginners.
My mother once predicted that I would have to wait to be a very old man before receiving a recognition in our profession. She was absolutely right, of course.
In 2017, he replaced Kevin Spacey in the role of J. Paul Getty in All the Money in the World, a role that earned him a supporting Oscar nomination.
I don't fear death.
He portrayed a wealthy patriarch in the mystery movie Knives Out. Married 3 times, Plummer leaves behind his longtime wife Elaine Taylor and a daughter, actress Amanda Plummer. He was 91 years old. Danya Backus, CBS News.
He was one of the greats, Mark.
Yeah, really, that's spectacular.
Plummer received Canada's highest civilian award in 1968.
My, what a career. Well, still to come at 4, Madison will be awash with music and love this Valentine's Day.
Our Michael Bruno goes behind the screens to check out this musical day of love. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Looking for a sofa? Looking for a chair? You haven't shopped furniture in Madison until you've shopped Dwellings, Madison's best-kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous new showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Managing type 2 diabetes? You're on it. Staying fit and snacking light? Yep, on it there too. You may think you're doing all you can to manage type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But could your medication do more to lower your heart risk? Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease, so it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And it lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar,
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
On it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
3 days only, shop the biggest appliance sale of the year at Grand Appliance. Save on early President's Day price drops combined with Grand exclusive rebates worth up to $700 off top brands like Cafe, Frigidaire, GE, LG, and Whirlpool. Get a deal no competitor can match February 4th, 5th, and 6th exclusively at Grand Appliance. Shop grandappliance.com or a store near you. Grand Appliance and TV. You make it home, we make it grand.
Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget. With smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. And Carrier energy-efficient systems can help reduce utility bills without sacrificing comfort. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Introducing a revolution in the world of pain relief. New Advil Dual Action. Advil targets pain at the source. Acetaminophen blocks pain signals. New Advil Dual Action with acetaminophen.
Repair your enamel with Pronamel Repair. Our most advanced formula helps you brush in vital minerals to actively repair and strengthen enamel. So you don't just brush to clean, you brush to build. Pronamel Intensive Enamel Repair.
Looking for a sofa? Looking for a chair? You haven't shopped furniture in Madison until you've shopped Dwellings, Madison's best-kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous new showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
And now with a look at your first warn traffic, no issues on the Beltline right now. A few slowdowns in the downtown area, but just adding a couple of minutes to your drive time right now. No other accidents to report, and definitely not as colorful on this traffic map today as it was yesterday. Here's a look at roads around the state. Still snow covered and slippery in northern Wisconsin. Some slippery stretches here for the southern part of the state. If you do have to travel this weekend, make sure you are prepared with this dangerously cold weather. You want to make sure you have that car survival kit stocked and ready to go this weekend if you are hitting the road. And that's your first warn traffic.
Thank you, Hattie.
Well, tourists at a ski resort in Kashmir, India have a new place to chill out. It's an igloo cafe that serves hot food and drink on tables made out of ice and snow. Staff took inspiration from Arctic shelters and added a few local touches, an arched door and patterns on the curved walls. The igloo, 25 feet around, holds 4 tables with enough room for 16 guests.
Oh, that looks so cold.
It does. We have our own igloo outside. We're good.
Yeah, we don't have to travel for that.
This year for Valentine's Day, Madison's local music venues will be extra sweet and full of love. 4 stages, 5 production teams, and 12 local bands and artists will be teaming up for a day-long virtual music festival.
The goal is to raise money for dozens of local music spots that have been impacted by the pandemic. Let's go behind the screens with Michael Bruno to find out more.
Massive endeavor, really, between local musicians, local venues, studios. We're all volunteering our time to get together to create a day-long virtual music festival in hopes of raising funds for our local venues, smaller independent local venues that have been kind of struggling during this time. And it's going to be terrific. It's not going to be any in-person audiences, but instead what you're going to see when you tune in is you're going to see some of your most favorite Madison area bands and artists playing live on the stage from venues themselves. The 4 venues that are participating with us is Cafe Coda, Communication, the Burr Oak, and Boss Eatery. All day long you'll be able to tune in and see some of your favorite bands and artists doing live streams from the stages themselves. And we'll be collecting donations to help benefit not just those venues, but lots of other Madison area venues as well.
Look how we hold on. Did you really think we'd float on? Close at the colder side.
So let's talk to Anhala, because you're one of the wonderful, talented performers. Tell me about your experience and what type of music do you play?
I'm originally from Colombia, and I've been in Madison since 2013. I started playing with salsa bands, Latin bands, and I decided to launch my solo project, just Angela Puerta Music. So right now it's a combination of many styles. I would call it Latin rock, but in reality it's a mix of Colombian traditional music with some sort of salsa, cumbia, and also rock music, both in English and Spanish.
And these city lights don't seem to shine quite the way that they used to.
It's going to be a pretty amazing technological feat, I think. So Dana initially came to us with the idea of having these 4 different locations, each needing a team to send their stream to a master control. And then that is actually where the stream originates and goes out to Facebook and YouTube and our website. So right now we're looking at noon to 9. Isn't that right, Dana?
That's what we're shooting for. We just pictured it just a day-long event. We really want to try to get as much of the community involved as possible, and to get it eyes and ears as possible, and to just have something that no matter what you've got going on through your day, you can tune in anytime during the day, and you'll be able to see it whenever.
And I'll be right here till we all come out of this. Call me day or night. Then we'll all get together when we all come out of this. High fives and jamming by the firelight. Right here till we all come out of this. Sit right here till we all come out of this. Sit right here till we all come out of this. Sit right till we all.
And Michael joins us now. What a great idea, and what a great song that was.
It's a virtual venue love fest. I love that.
And there's going to be so much to listen to and to see, and I mean, especially since it's so cold out, it's like we need that love wrapped around us like a warm blanket.
Exactly, and it's some of the really, Madison's most fun bands are going to be Beth Killey and Angela is going to be wonderful. Our Latina music, I can't wait for that. And Cat and Hurricanes, and it's going to be so great. Dana and Jonas, it's just so much fun that all these people are going to get together, and it's for such a great cause because all these venues have just lost money for so long because there's nobody playing in them.
Yeah, they've been closed for almost a year now.
Yeah, really, really tough times.
And it's not this weekend, it's Valentine's Day.
Valentine's, it's next weekend, that's right. We just wanted to give it a little extra week of promotion.
All right. It is all day long from noon to 9 p.m. Valentine's Day. You can find more information on visitmadison.com/events. There's your information. All right. 3, 2, 1, it's
Friday.
It's Frigid Friday.
A frigid Friday.
Jim, stay warm.
You too.
All right. We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.
Don't miss the biggest mattress sale of the year. The Mattress Marathon is at Ashley Home Store's biggest President's Day sale. Get the guaranteed best offer in all of Wisconsin on Tempur-Pedic and Beautyrest mattresses. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Ashley Home Store.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Havish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
My lips get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Lip Repair. It's all-day moisture in one use and is guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips.
Also available in O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands.
Want your brain better? Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva has clinically proven ingredients that fuel 5 indicators of brain performance: memory, focus, accuracy, learning, and concentration. Try our new gummies for 30 days and see the difference.
Let's say your car needs a new part, like an alternator. You could get just the one part at the typical auto parts store. Or for the same money at rockauto.com, get the alternator plus the belt and tensioner kit you'll need to do the repair right and have money left over to buy lunch. Since 1999, rockauto.com has provided reliably low prices, easy-to-use website, huge selection of parts, and fast shipping.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto. The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin starts now at Ashley Home Store. Get our very best deals of the season, including doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our sale prices in store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. Ashley Home Store.
A COVID outbreak at a Rock County restaurant kills a popular employee. Some say it's a tragedy that shouldn't have happened.
When people called and complained and said, hey, stuff ain't being done here properly, nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to do anything until it's after the fact.
Who's watching out for these vulnerable frontline workers? News 3 Now investigates restaurant industry COVID protocols and the breakdowns that can lead to disaster. Sunday after the Super Bowl on News 3 Now at 10.
And here's a live look outside from the WIC-TV sky camera. We have blue sky, just a little bit of cloud cover to the east, but clear skies overnight will lead to very chilly conditions. Wind chills right now are in the single digits, below 0. When you wake up tomorrow, though, it's going to feel like double digits, below 0 across all of southern Wisconsin. So bundle up if you have to be outside. Here's another peek at that extended forecast. Alert days through next Saturday for the bitter cold. It'll be with us for a while.
All right. Thank you, Hattie. Monday here on Live Before, we'll find out what to expect from the second impeachment trial against Donald Trump. And the winners and losers when it comes to Super Bowl ads. We'll find out what worked and what didn't. That's Monday here on Live Before.
We are the Thrivers, women with metastatic breast cancer. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in postmenopausal women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant. In a clinical trial, Kisqali plus fulvestrant helped women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer, and it significantly delayed disease progression. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
For the pets you love, well, you gotta get down. Mouse Pet Food Warehouse, where your dollar goes to help so many pets in
ounce candy bar.
It's time to upgrade your downtime. It's time for Stressless. Now at the Century House. Go from one grade of leather to a higher one for free. Or save $300 on Stressless Sunrise recliners. Don't wait. Save hundreds on Stressless comfort. At the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Frank Construction can always help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks at air pathways in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and cutting-edge insulation techniques, you'll be sure that your home will be warm and energy efficient for many years to come. Visit frankconstruction.com today and prepare your home for the long winter.
Well, it is Super Bowl weekend, and the Animal Kingdom is weighing in on which team is going to win.
That and a very special birthday highlight in Louie and Oliver's News Hounds Now update.
It's News Hounds Now update with Louie.
This week on the News Hounds, baby meets mom.
Hungry guinea pigs.
And Super Bowl predictions.
But first, turning 41 is not usually considered a milestone birthday unless you're an African penguin. Meet the birthday girl, E.T. She is the oldest African penguin in the world. E.T. lives at the Richmond Zoo in Virginia. The average lifespan for these penguins is around 15 to 20 years, but they can live longer in zoos. She has outlived two of her mates and has a current one named Einstein. Zoo officials say E.T. is in good health considering her age.
Here's a heartwarming scene. Still in its fluffy baby fur, a 2-day-old seal pup explores its surroundings at a zoo in Latvia. The pup moved around using its front flippers and gently kissing its mother, who's keeping a close watch on her baby. Zookeepers say the pup is healthy and drinking his mother's milk, which has a fat content around 60%, which ensures the seal's rapid growth to around 90 pounds in the first month.
A group of rambunctious guinea pigs had a ball with a large platter of snow at the Smithsonian National Zoo in D.C. Several tiny snowmen were erected containing bits of food, and the guinea pigs wasted little time toppling the snow formations to find those yummy treats. Zookeepers at the Amazonia exhibit have learned that enrichment exercises like those involving snow make mealtime fun to the resident guinea pigs.
Now on the Super Bowl predictions from the animal world. This is 10-week-old tiger cub named Dash. He lives at the Wildcat Sanctuary in Minnesota. He's picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to take home the win. He then proceeds to tear apart the Kansas City Chiefs box.
In Montana, a Wolverine made his pick at a Billings Zoo, going all in for Tampa. And in Kansas City, folks weren't sheepish, dressing goats in Chiefs jerseys to send a not-so-subtle greatest of all-time message about the defending champs.
And Nicholas, the rescue bottlenose dolphin at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, has selected the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. This despite the fact he lives 20 miles from Tampa. The 18-year-old has correctly predicted the last 6 Super Bowls. So there's that.
Louie and Oliver wish both teams good luck, but they will be glued to the TV earlier for the 17th annual Puppy Bowl. It's on Animal Planet beginning at 1. And get this, the new First Dogs, Champ and Major, they'll be watching along with First Lady Jill Biden.